when you're really just going with the flow and you're really just following your heart. Life is easy, and everything becomes simple because you're in a state of flow, and when you're following your heart, you're flowing with the core of what you are. So all of what you are gets taken care of, and you don't really have to try anymore. You're just always in a state of either doing things or not doing things. There's not really a struggle, and when there is a struggle, you get through it with ease, because that's just what happens when you're really deep in the flow. And there isn't really a limit to what you become capable of when you stick with the flow, because it's always going to lead you to where it is that you need to go. And something cool about in my video where I talked about the video is called Guiding You Through the Maze, and I was talking about the ritual that you can do where you walk through a type of maze or a labyrinth like this, and you just keep going along different paths, and you visualize your heart streaming down a path, and you just let it appear in your mind as it will, and it shows you what paths to take next. Something cool about that is it's kind of like you're creating new pathways in your brain, and you're training your brain to in every moment be in alignment with your heart, and aligning your mind with your heart, aligning your thoughts with your heart. That's really powerful, because that's going to really keep you in that state of flow where you will always be able to find a way regardless of anything. Being in that state of flow, being in your heart, listening to your inner guide. Some of the things that make it so powerful is that how subtle it is. It's very subtle, and it's not really for or against anything. And that's why it can always find a way, because it'll always it can flow so freely that no matter how confusing things are, it will always find a new path to take anytime that you're like running out of paths to take, or like there's just, you can't find like the way out. Like that subtlety it will eventually get you there. And that's one of the things that make it so powerful. And it's also a force of expansion, meaning it can like expand beyond anything that might limit you. So if you're stuck in limitations and you feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, like there is always a way. There is always a path to take. And no matter how lost you get, no matter how confusing things might become, no matter how complex things might get, you will always have that subtle guide that you can start to tap into when you run out of any other options. And I don't really want to refer to what I'm talking about here as like love, because love is more of like a passionate word, and passion isn't really the subtle energy that I'm referring to. Although passion is nice, passion is cool. You know, it's cool to be passionate about something. If you feel passion and you want to express passion and feel passion, you know, it's nice. But I'm talking about compassion, which is being very neutral and really being very understanding of the circumstance that you might be in, and taking things one step at a time, and really just really giving all of yourself to each and every moment, and not really dwelling in the past or the future, and just really living in a really, really deep state of flow. And I guess that's what they call flow state. So I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to consume, like a lot of information to consume, entertainment, videos to watch here on YouTube, information, learning about things, food. There's a lot of things to consume, but anything that you consume consumes you, because it's taking up space within your reality. It's taking up your time. It's taking up room. And Not everybody has a whole lot of room. Not everybody has a whole lot of time. Not everybody has a whole lot of space to really just consume a whole lot of information. And it's not nice to just get consumed. And if all that you know how to do and all that you've been taught to do is just like consume and just like work a job, just do this and then look forward to a movie that you watch, look forward to eating things and I don't know, smoking cigarettes, doing drugs, whatever it is that you might do. At some point you're gonna realize, like, or you could start to realize, like, it's like you're just being eaten up. You're just getting consumed. And the life force within you, your heart, like, you're wasting it. You really are. Because you could be using that to create things, to express yourself, to really actually be alive and free yourself of a lot of pain and stress and discomfort and yeah, so just I guess I'm just trying to be a guide right now for anybody that might be trapped in a maze, because we're all in a maze, but a lot of us are like really, really lost in a maze, and it can be really hard to start to find your way back out of the maze. A lot of things can be fun. Like when something's new, it can be fun for a while. But once you've really consumed like all the information that there is to it, it's not really fun anymore. And that's just kind of life. Like life always has to renew itself. So you can't just eat the same apple twice. Once you've eaten an apple once, it's gone, kind of thing. So like there's only really so much to do in the 3D world, and I'm pretty bored of most of it. And I think that's why I'm just coming back to my heart now, because I'm like, I don't know, I just don't really see any other path except to just be free. And when you're in that subtle flow, in that subtle state of flow, there is like that is like the ultimate state of freedom. And yeah, like it's a really nice thing to just really be free and to really feel free. Like it's a really nice thing. It's fun to play roles of like trying to be like a hero or something like that. It's fun to feel like you're fighting something or fighting for something. Like, all of that can be fun, but like, how much is there really to fight for? And like, how much like things are there to like really fight before like fighting just kind of becomes pointless and boring, because fighting really does just lead to more fighting. And at some point there just needs to be some sort of like agreement of peace on both sides, so there doesn't need to be a fight. Because what's the point of a fight that just goes on forever and never stops? It's just like, that's just like that's literally just insanity. Like, I don't know why you would just continuously fight a fight that can't really be won. So fighting really does get boring, but there's always art and creativity and expression, and that doesn't get boring, because it's completely outside of the realm of anything that can become boring, because that's not really what art is about. It's not supposed to be necessarily not necessarily fun. It can be fun, but it comes back down to that subtlety thing. It's just creation. It's just creating things and expression, and there is no end to things that you are able to create. There's no limit to your imagination and what you're able to come up with. And that's why art, like especially music, can be so healing, because it really does bring you back to that subtle force within you that will always find a way. So if nothing else, there's always music, and music doesn't need to be literal music. Like music, like all of us are vibrating. We all have energy within us that's vibrating, and it's kind of like each of us already have a song that is being emitted from us, and that's just kind of like the beauty of life and being alive, you know? When you express that, when you tap into that, like, that is the force within you that's alive, and it's nice. It's nice to be alive. And yeah, if you want more of something, you have to appreciate what you have of it. The only way to get more of things is to appreciate them, because it's going to invite in more of it. So if you want more life, you really just have to start with where you're at and just appreciate life as it is. And everything I just talked about, like when you really tap into life that deeply, and you get in touch with that, with it in the subtle way that I talked about, there shouldn't really be any obstacle to stop you from being able to tap into that in the way that I just explained everything that I just explained. Like I don't think that there should be any obstacle to you being able to tap into the force that I was just talking about. And once you tap into that, you'll start to have more appreciation for being alive. And it's always great to have more gratitude and have more appreciation for things, because lots of blessings can, if you want to call it blessings, I mean, whatever word you want to use, that might not be the best word, but yeah. There is more coming to you. There is more life coming. There's more joy, more fun, more beauty, more happiness, fulfillment, more of what you want. It's coming to you. If you watch this whole video from the beginning, you have more coming to you. I'm pretty sure about that. I infused this video with a lot of magic. So, Neptune's Owl, I'm out.